What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of trying to make Farming Simulator 25 the most realistic farming sim yet. We're still working through. We just finished planting. It is late on the beginning of May, almost 9 o'clock at night to be exact. We're gonna do some washing of equipment, then call it a night. Maybe check the used ads and see what's out there. Looks like my worker drove the planter back and did not spray it down. So let's hop out of here, and I guess we'll tend to that. Shame, shame, shame. What would you guys do if your worker just left the equipment lights on? Doesn't look like the tractor's actually running, but we're gonna give it a bath. This wheel well is all cleaned out. Yeah, of course, gotta get the new planter cleaned up. Probably do some maintenance on this. Now we are kind of looking into possibly next year. I think double crop might be an option. Didn't even think of it till now, which means we're not really taking full advantage of what we've got. I was just thinking to myself, waiting on, I believe it's Timmy's mod, conservation ag. I was looking forward to that, where double cropping is really made easy and beneficial because you put the cover crop down, like, you know, catch and crop, which we could do here. So let's get in here. Yeah, wasn't even on. Thanks. Some soybeans left. I'm almost wondering we should empty out trucks over there. Don't know where I parked it. I should almost empty out that hopper, but I'm not going to worry about that yet. I'm gonna get this backed up. Like so. Get it unhooked. The lights. Shut the engine off. Let's run over here real quick. Get this roller sprayed down. Get our 365 cleaned up. So we can go look through those used ads and move on. But glad to have planning done. It'll be interesting to see what the turnout is. I wonder if I'm too far. So yeah, I couldn't clean up. Been a while. Probably wait till winter to do the maintenance. I think we'll be fine on a lot of this stuff. Our tractors are, I mean, pretty new for the most part. So they've had 1 year we've had them. I don't think the hours are too crazy. Let's get those hoses cleaned up. But try to get everything kind of touched up over the winter. I think if we have the money to do it, that'll be the big thing. Get up here and really get all that sprayed off. Try to get this as clean as we can. I think that'll do it. Look over again, and we'll go stow this back where we had it on the other side of the farmyard. I do like the blue equipment we kind of have floating around here. No, that's not a hint that we're probably going to end up with some New Holland, but I honestly wouldn't say no to it if it popped up on our market. I think that right there will be just fine. Bryant, that was a good purchase, because that makes rolling quick, which when we get to, when we get to bigger fields, that's going to make a big difference. I am going to top this off with fuel, though. When we're here, let's get this pulled up. Just under 4,000 liters of diesel. Probably should have looked at our 235 and saw where that was at. We'll shut the lights down here. You got enough lights, kind of keeps everything lit. We'll head around and we'll go inside and check the used ads and see what's available. Probably leave that truck there for now. In June, we won't have to sell off. June or July, we'll have to definitely sell off some of our soybeans, get some money. All right, let's go to the bottom of the used ads. We got a Scorpion 1033 Kloss. Whoa, and then just like that, 120-foot boom sprayer. Well, the sprayer itself is a whole nother monster of cost, so we cannot, unfortunately, go that way yet. So I think we'll come back to it later in the month, unless something big pops up for a contract for us to do. So let's get some rest and hop into the next day. There wasn't much going on, so we jumped forward to the middle of June, and we have soybean prices finally where we kind of wanted. We're gonna get our meadow mode, so we want to make sure this is set up. We want to get this mode looking good is the plan. I'm gonna go 3 headlands on this and see what we get. So I'll just have our worker work that. Looking pretty good compared to the first time we cut. So maybe we get some more bales than what we thought. But right now we need to get our soybean into town and sold so we can get some money in the bank. Get us up to about 120 grand maybe, give or take. I have to take a gander after. I think we have about 15,000 in the bank, so that'll be nice. Hasn't been any contract opportunities really popping up. Like I said, ideally, if we have the option to purchase some more land, especially that field that's right across another big field that we could eventually join. Okay, let's see if it gives me the option here. Should be, there we go. It should be loading out. Shouldn't have to go through and turn everything on. Soybeans, yeah, right now we're $2 above, so that's coming back down. We should be able to get it all into this trailer, and then we need to take it to the farmer's market. So we're going to actually switch this over. We don't need no buying stations. We don't need the crossing point. We need a sell point. It's going to be the farmer's market grain. So all our bins will be empty. We're ready to go for the season. Like I said, really would like to purchase this field. It is $40,000. There's eco beans on it, I believe is what it was. Yeah, eco beans. Eco soybeans. Not going to show us despite being a crop right there, because it's not our field. But yeah, eco beans I guess is what's planted there. Great field though, would love to buy that. Obviously 72,000 for the rest that we want, and I'm not sure why it's not giving me. There we go. I mean, that's a pretty large space of area to own. Runs right up against our farm, believe it or not. And we would need that to kind of clear out those trees. Now we can pull forward a little bit. We'll throw what's left in the back. 17,000 liters. Hoping that mower should be coming around. Slightly worried that we don't see our mower I can see that it did that headland all the way around. Alright, let's get the tarp on. 47,000 liters. Keep hitting the wrong button here. There we go. We're gonna go check on our worker. They should have came around the corner by now. Alright, they're actually way down there. So never mind, they had long gone. They were just stuck way down there for some reason. With that said, we're gonna go sell. Put this in. Except of course, the course is in the way of the trailer. Of course it is. Because I can never put something in a good place on this farm. We'll have to work on setting that up in the future. And I want to see if this makes it out the gate. We're going to have to widen the track up now that we have a longer trailer. Remember, we set up a lot of our auto drive with the Mauer Demco, which is quite short, 30 foot. This is almost 50 feet. We do got some weeds out there. I do see that, so we're gonna have to get a sprayer. We got some partitioning, separation as well. Won't get all the corner there either, unfortunately. I should sneak around, cutting it out pretty far, but hey, there we go. So that works. That's good, and now we're driving along, because you shouldn't do this, we're going to take a look at what's on the sale market. Seeing a lot of the Valmetal and the Jamesway spreaders popping up. Which is quite interesting to me. Honestly, I don't think we're going to be able to purchase a field till next year. I could be wrong. Is there any good contracts popping up? No. What does it cost to lease a sprayer? That is the next question we should be looking at. So we got that little one right there we can tow. The 732 and those are expensive. All these are so expensive. Gator one. I guess we should have bought the Gator now. This best way, 27.4 meters, 41,000. So I guess that. Or I would say 24 meters, this one right here. Weed Seeker. We would say yes. Pulse and modulation. Okay. That's $78,000 now. If we go to lease it, it's $4,000. I think that's what we have to go with. And then hope that, you know, it does what we need. I think I could run that on the 235. It's 1.5 tons. That with liquid weight in it, though. We can always throw the weight on the front. I guess they give you the option of the tanker as well. Those choices, that's for sure. I would say probably one of the Hardys would be my go-to in that situation. I think that's what we're going to do. Our cornfield probably needs it as well now that I'm thinking about it. So obviously scope out here. Let's look in, jump over growth. Weeds. Oh, wow. Weeds is a thing, all right. Okay, so we got some work to do. We're definitely going to need to do all three fields we have. of the 235 after we get done mowing. They are somewhat smaller, so we'll see. We also probably need to change this auto drive point now with our new trailer. But I'm thinking we'll lease a sprayer. We can get by with a lease sprayer. Just like kind of do with a corn head. We're definitely taking out the stop sign. Oh, that's a fine. That's a fine. We were on United Farming. That would be quite a penalty. Did it just fall right where it was? I think it did. And it looks like that drove over it just fine. So let's get this soybean sold. I really wish you could open both doors again. There was a mod back in FS19, if everybody remembers. I believe it was FS19, maybe FS17, that could do it. And then it never came back. But would love to see that back. Ooh, nice environmental score for us. Even though we didn't really set that field up. But alright. We'll spend about probably 10 grand with the herbicide and the settings and everything, I'm sure. Obviously, we'll kick this back to the main farm. 129,000 in the bank. Still very tempting to buy that other field for the time being. Because that could give us a good run of crops next year. Do we have anything else? I wish there was a sale thing for fields. That's 12,000. That's 37,000. The question is, what is that field? See, that one's corn. It's got to be corn. 24,000. It's 11.6 acres of corn. What was it again? 24 plus 9. We could get a fair amount of corn off those two fields. I really think our move's got to be this field, though. I think we have to purchase this field. It's 40,000. 19 acres. 11. We'll round that to 5 because the other one's close to 5. So 16 acres at 30... 29, no, sorry. 34,000. So that field up here is worth it. That's what I'm seeing. That's 5,000 a hectare. That's more expensive. Both those fields are more expensive. I think we gotta buy that field. I think we just gotta trust our gut. Now that we've kind of got our monthly expenses kind of under control. You watch, we'll get hit with something big and then lose a bunch of money, but yeah, I think that can work. I think we have to go up and buy the field, sign the documents. And I didn't know if it's paying a premium because it's hard to get crop in it or not. I mean, let's jump into it. So this is eco soybeans. This will need some weeds killing in it as well. Can we even use eco soybean? Yes, but this would be huge because we can open this up, sell some of that lumber. You know, I don't think we get much for it in this area. But that would be ideal. How's our corn looking over here? Corn's looking good. All right. So let's hop back into our truck. I think we gotta buy it. We just made $58,000. I think we gotta spend $40,000 on land. I think we do. I think that's what we gotta do. I know, sounds crazy. Who am I? We're making moves. That's what we're doing, folks. We're making moves. We're gonna expand a little land so there's a little more money coming in. And then we're just gonna have to try to fight through, find contracts when we can, and so forth, and keep clawing. Definitely gonna take probably 5 years to pay off some of this equipment, that's for sure. And our massive loan. When I say massive, it's $500,000. Just not crazy for what I see some others take out, but still. How long are we gonna be able to make that turn? Am I just that terrible at driving? There we go. Now we can straighten it out. I need to change my course play button on my mouse because I always hit it. And I have these triggers. Try not to get everybody nauseous here looking through the tree line. I love the backup mirror options on these. We're getting in almost just took out the 10. That would have been not so good for the fun. But we have managed to really get up here. I mean, this might be the tightest I have ever... Ooh, make sure I don't smoke in the air here. So they must be almost done. Gotta be almost done, right? I mean, there can't be much left to this. Oh, there's a lot left to this. So let's go get the tedder. We're gonna run it on the 365. Just because when I spray, I want to use the 235. Goes faster. A little bit thinner tires. Stay between the rows. But definitely overkill. Running the 365. We just don't have any other tractors. I really, we're in the middle of June. I want to knock this out. That's a must. Fairly should go somewhat well. I should have looked at the time left on that mower. Actually, really shocked it's still running. It looks like a whole section is like undone still, which is a bit concerning. Looking at it now, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it till the weeding until tomorrow, because we're gonna have to definitely finish this up. Just gonna look at the calendar through the night. Weather looks good. We can probably still spray herbicide in the rain. 113 degrees Fahrenheit though. But I mean, that's mostly through the day. It stays decent till later that night is what I'm gathering. Alright. Well then. That shall it be. 3 meters. Bring it to 3 headlands. We're going to take a meter off. Naturally, this one says, let's start in the center. Of course. I think I'm going to jump in the mower here just to get this kind of knocked out of the way, because this is crazy to me that we went all the way to town, sold, and by the way, while we're here, yes, let's sign that document. Buy $39,000. That took a while, by the way, to purchase. What's crazier is eco soybeans are not showing up. Not getting a crop color with them. That's all right. That is all right. So what I want to do is kick my hired hand out of here because this is a bit frustrating to watch here. They should be cranking this out. Looks like we have fairly good yield. Whoa! Fairly good yield here as well. Get turned around. I can get turned around. We're just going to tighten this up. I can't believe it was still taking that long. Because here I am, probably going to do the same. Alright. Let's get around here. I really wish this would turn better. Just going to clean up all this. It definitely looks like a lot more grass for us, which I like. I really do like that, to see that much grass. We'll see what happens when we send off the tedder. We'll go pick up our lease. Swing through this way, I think. And come back and voila. Look, the batwing. Hopefully the corn's not too tall. I completely forgot about weeds. It's been a while. I turned them off on some other saves, and that's the unfortunate aspect of this. That's going to drive to the center. Hopefully the worker doesn't take as long. Gets that raked up. And we're going to grab some fuel too. So what we're going to actually do, we'll go grab our weight. It's hiding in the flowers. We're going to put some fuel in, tuck this away, and then head into town, or to the dealership at least. So we'll set that course now, and we'll put the order in. Eventually start expanding shed space too. We're definitely running out of room. These sheds are kind of small, but again, big focus right now. Gotta make some money. We'll go buy some herbicide when we're down there too. It's just on the other side of town. We need to tuck some stuff away. Definitely like a lag right there. I apologize if that's the way it looks on there. Alright. With that said now, let's hop in here. Well, actually, first off, let's be... Oh, I was hoping. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Hmm. 47% off? Really? Is that a fact? Oh, they are. They are. So with that said, let's see if we can get... Oh, it only gives me one. Just one. Really? 2 puts the other one at 2,400. Alright, we're gonna buy the one. Because why not? If it's discounted, let's buy it. Don't see anything else. Blocked by object. I would say you are blocked. Yes, yes. The question is, where did they go wrong? Started there, came back up there, made the turn there, made the turn here, and then got lost. I see a course that goes both ways there. So let's get back to this point. And see if that sorts it. Maybe? Yeah, double course. That works. So it should be sorted now. Oh, we never, what am I doing? Got all distracted. Did not purchase the Hardy. We want the weed spreader, weed seeker, modulation. We want it all. $4,003. Yes. We will have 800 liters of herbicide left. Everything looks like I almost said fertilizer mix. I don't know why. Keep seeing that mod though. Mix herbicide with water or with fertilizer. Right. Topped off. It's great. We're gonna send this back to the main farm because we've got work to do. And interesting track pickup. Just because I didn't do it back there. So we have a little more we can get there, and then we can also go into town. There's a location over there to get more. So it shouldn't take too long. Let's hop back over to the other one, kind of see where we're at. Our worker's trucking along here. Just working this other end. Really missing a lot here though. But I guess if they're going to kick in the headlamp, maybe they'll get it all. A little overkill using the 365 for this, but hey, we need something with, I guess the tire's about the same size width-wise as the 235. But the Nemesis should do fairly well. We got 4 fields now we have to put down the herbicide on, so I guess this was better because we're going back over it. Interesting path. But yeah, I'm hoping we get quite a turnaround now. As you can see, and maybe this is because this was a save before the hay patch, as they called it. But I'm not seeing it really clean up. I mean, it looks a little bit better in the distance, but it still gets blotchy until you drive up on it. See how it shifts? I think this is still an error. So with that said, we'll get back once we get some spraying done and see where we're at. So I will say, this is pretty cool with the modulator on. Looks like we're holding a pretty low pressure on the tank. The only thing is I don't see the fill line moving. Actually, I guess there it is. The weight's down there because we're at 97% full still. Still got 1,100 liters in here. So I guess it does show you. Here you go. You see the modulator every now and then popping off. Pretty cool. Staying in between the rows. Somewhat, I think. But yeah, so this is, we're running. We are working this, which is pretty awesome. And then we have our bale field is being windrowed now by our 365 versatile. So doing some work over there. Hopefully all goes well. We can get that baled up in hay before the rain expected the next day. And hopefully, you know, this will turn out nice for our field. You know, let's jump into the map here. Yeah, that cleaned up pretty nicely. Pretty nice system. I'm hoping we won't need more than what we bought, the 2,000 liters of herbicide. But if we do, we do. Well, the yield was definitely better on the baling this time, and if you hear that clip sound, that's the modular way over in the spray on the other field. Kind of crazy how loud that echoes across the map. So I do apologize for that if that's what you're hearing in the background right now. Pretty impressive how loud that is. It's spraying a new field, so we used about 11% of what was in there. So what, 100 liters? 150 liters, give or take, maybe. But we'll tuck this baler away, and we're gonna use the 365 to go collect our bales and see how much we actually have, because I did not reset the bale counter for this field. Get hooked up here. Just bear with me because you'll have to listen to, unfortunately, the background, the click-clacking of that beautiful herbicide sprayer. Alright, let's see if we can just do one full loop around here. So definitely a much better take this time. If the price is better pay, I'd probably run these right down and sell them. But they're about $10 less than normal, so that's not going to work out for us right now. But we're filling up pretty quick, which is nice. Like to see that. Let's see if we can swing this one around with the tire. There we go. I'll just do a couple of loops here to just kind of clean all this up. Work our way back up. There's 6 so far. So 7. And this will be 8, which is what we had last time, I believe, when we did the original cut on this, for the first cut. So, I grew back pretty well. So we're at 8, this will be 10. Try to get these 2 loaded. Like so. We may actually have a full loader here. Can't remember, it's 14 I think fits, and unfortunately we're going to be capped at that shortly. I have 1 bale to spare. That's what it looks like is going to happen. Unless there's another bale pushed off to the side, but it looks like we did pretty good. Almost doubled our bales on this one. So that is all she wrote for that. So I'm going to get these stowed away. We'll get that other bale off to the field, and then, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Let me know what you prefer to use for herbicide control, or weed control, I should say. We're using herbicide. I don't know how that's going to hurt us on the environmental score, so I'm waiting to see how that turns out. But let me know down in the comments. What is your method of removing the weeds? Till next time, Farmer Taz out.